Hey everyone, I'm Patricia from Fitness Uprising, and today we're talking about the push-up. It's a great body weight exercise for strengthening the chest, shoulders, biceps, triceps, and even the wrists. But I gotta tell you, in my 5+ years as a fitness professional, I've seen too many poorly executed push-ups. So first, let's talk a little bit about posture, starting with the lower back. Now, most people arch their backs way too much when they're exercising, and especially when they're doing push-ups. So first, let's try this exercise. Start in a hands and knees position with the knees under the hips and the wrists under the shoulders. First, arch your entire back as much as you can. Then reverse this and round the back as much as you can. Every time you arch, your tailbone sticks out and your stomach pushes out. And when you round, your tailbone and stomach pull in. Now, keep your upper back straight and try to arch and round just the lower part of your back. This is called a pelvic tilt. Now try to hold the rounded position. This rounding is what you're going to use during the push-up. It's the best way to engage your core muscles and protect your back. As for the middle back, generally people round the back more than is necessary, especially at the top of their push-up. Let me show you what I mean. So a push-up motion looks like this. Now just remember that you want to stop here where the elbows are straight. Now the most common mistake is pushing to here. You can see that my shoulders are hunching forward and my chest is pulling in. Just remember to keep your chest out and shoulders back. Now the upper back is pretty straightforward. First, remember to keep your shoulders down. Don't let them shrug upwards. And the second point you want to remember has to do with your neck. As you lower yourself into your push-up, don't let your neck extend forward, which can cause strain. Keep your chin pulling back. Modified push-ups are great for beginners. Start in a hands and knees position, then walk the hands forward about 6 inches and stretch out so the chest is over the hands. Make sure the hips aren't sagging or pushing back. Then separate the hands so they're a little wider than shoulder width, and remember not to arch but round the lower back. Now you can take your push-up. When you straighten the arms, make sure you don't lock the elbows, which can put excess strain on the joints. Try to inhale as you bend the elbows and exhale as you straighten. Incline push-ups are extremely versatile. If you use a high surface like a countertop or table, you have a push-up variation that's a little easier than the modified push-up. Use something lower like a coffee table and your push-up will be a little harder than the modified push-up. Experiment with different heights and see what works best for you. If you can handle standard push-ups, more power to you. They're not easy to do with good form, especially for women. In addition to making sure your back is in proper alignment, make sure the hips aren't sagging, which is a common mistake, and keep the elbows just below the shoulders so that the neck stays relaxed. For an added challenge, push your knees straight, which gets the lower body involved as well as the upper body. And when that gets easy, lift one foot, not too high, just a couple inches off the floor for a set. Then switch feet. The close grip push-up is a little more demanding on the shoulders, triceps, and wrists. First, position your hands no wider than shoulder width apart and slide them back a bit so they're no longer in line with the middle of your chest but a little lower. As you bend the elbows, keep the arms close so that they brush right past your sides, then push up. The decline push-up is probably the most challenging of this bunch. It's a great way to load the arms with more weight than a horizontal position allows. Because of the body's angle, it's especially important to think about not letting the hips sag. Have lots of fun with this one. So those are your basic push-ups. Start with 3 sets of 10 or so and work your way up to 3 sets of 20. When that gets easy, it's time to try a more challenging push-up variation. Be sure to look for part 2 of this video for some more advanced push-up variations. Good luck with your workout, and have a healthy and happy day.